Hey everybody. Every once in a while I have to spend a day working in the office, doing training or getting caught up on computer or paperwork or looking into some things, making phone calls, whatever. It's not as often as I used to have to do it as a maintenance foreman, but that's what I'm doing today. And I just thought I'd share what it's like to spend a day in the office at the intersection of the railroad tracks and Baker Street, where the trains stop in both directions and do their crew changes, take off, shake the building, locals coming in and out, SJVR coming in and out, and just kind of what it's like in the office for a day. So anyway, come along with me and see what a day in the office is like. Doing some computer-based training today. They had a stand-up book of rules class today, but I didn't have to go to it because mine isn't due until October, and I will be retiring in August, so I didn't have to mess with it. And the phone, and the stuff. There's some box of lens cleaners I need to get out of here. That's a bunch of personal stuff I need to take home. Picture of me 100 years ago riding, another picture of me 100 years ago riding. I'm real proud of myself. This stuff that the Camilla painted that eclipse. I think my mom got me that wood cutting. Me and Ariel, her graduation, a couple of things that Ariel's made for me when she was little for Father's Day. Looking out the window across Baker Street, some old prints from my old district in my old job. I'm not going to mess with those. They can stay there, and whoever wants to do those projects down the road can certainly do them, but I'm not going to mess with them. Back to training. This guy is getting ready to take off now. Won't be as noisy as a northbound. This is a southbound train headed out towards Tehachapi. Kind of coast for a little ways, and they start powering up when they're leaving going northbound. It really shakes the building. I'll get one of those too. Pulling the slack out. That wasn't too bad. There goes the switchers coming out of the yard. They have to backtrack. They have to stop before they go across the crossing. These guys are really polite today for some reason. They're usually laying on horns and they're being nice today, I guess. Anyway, there's the switcher heading north out of the yard. That's probably the Famosa heading up to the mill up there. Well, I was wrong about him taking off and going to Famosa. He's just switching back. He's backing back up into the yard. Never ends. Haven't heard a siren today yet. See what he does now. Going the other way, and you can hear the bells ring at the crossing. At least all this right next to my office. Here comes a northbound. Taking off. He must be light. Yeah, he must be a light train because he's not making much noise getting out of here. It's usually a lot, yeah. Container or Z train. Yeah, he didn't make much noise at all getting out of here. Took off pretty quickly, so he must have been light. Oh well, we'll catch the next one for sure. Alrighty, here comes the northbound. Be taking off here. Listen closely, you hear the glass rattling in the windows, the building shaking. The heavier the train is, the more severe it is. Let's see what this one does. Oh, it's funny, the last few trains that have gone through here. It's almost like they've been told to not throttle up by here, by the office or something. It's not nearly as bad. Oh, that's why it's empty. Should have been sending a lot of empty trains. I've been waiting for a loaded one to come by, but sending a lot of empty trains north. Oh well. My sniveling is without basis right now. Huh. Try it again later. And this is the SJVR backing a train into the yard. This has been a really long train. It's taken a while. I've stopped 3 or 4 times. I'm doing switching at the other end of the train, getting them into the right tracks and the right places. See a lot of agitated people standing around and driving around. I don't think they're that agitated. Not anybody yelling, anybody honking their horn. So they must not be that agitated. He is off the crossing. The gates are still down. Oh, there we go. This is really going to piss people off. This guy's getting off here to switch and go back out. Yep. And he's getting back on it. He walked across the street and threw the switch over there. And if he goes back across, the SJVR holds true to form. He will just lay on that horn. Oh, going back into the yard. later, alligator. And here comes northbound into the yard here. So we're gonna stop here as usual, do a crew change. Somebody's honking their horn already. Yep, that'll speed them trains up. Looks like he's got a Norfolk Southern engine as part of the head-end consist. And they will stop here, change out the crew. Probably be sitting here for about 5 to 10 minutes. Piss everybody off. But hey, what are you gonna do? There's an overpass down the street. Go that way. Double stack container. And that is looking compass west, railroad north, down the tracks. And here he goes taking off. I was wrong. He was only here about, he was here about 5 minutes. Fortunately for you, I didn't make you watch the video of him just sitting here. But there he goes, coasting off into the mountain store Tehachapi. Another northbound. Oh, he left the doors open. Go in there and steal the engine out of it. See you later, alligator. Wow. It's only been about 5 minutes since that last northbound took off. And here he comes again. Looks like got a artist sitting over there probably painting the depot. Huh, that's pretty cool, I guess. Another double stack container. Coming in for a crew change. Almost never stops. And that's another thing that here all day around here, emergency vehicles, ambulances, fire trucks, cops. There's always something going on around here. Get in here and change that crew. Well, here comes another northbound. Let's see if this one shakes, rattles, and rolls. I don't think he's going to. Maybe they've enacted a policy for these guys to wait till they get beyond the crossing to actually begin pouring the coals to it. Good. Well, there you have a day in the office. It actually hasn't been a whole day. It's only been about 4 hours, but sometimes it is a 6 or 7 hour ordeal listening to all that going on. Train traffic actually hasn't been that heavy today, so I'm not going to complain too loudly. Wouldn't matter if I did. They'd still run trains however they wanted to run them, and without concern whether or not it's bothering me. I've always jokingly said that the railroad would be a great job if it wasn't for trains. But anyway, there's a day in the office. Thanks for following me.